The WLMouse Beast X is a mouse that many are switching over to. It's one that is currently serving as many people's first foray into the world of magnesium mice. For those who weren't familiar with this mouse's history, it was widely speculated that this mouse was actually a scam, but as it turns out, WLMouse pulled through with their product and here we are, months later playing around with it. One important note before going any further is that I was not sponsored or given this product for testing. I spent a lot of money on buying two models, one standard Beast X and the other a Beast X Mini. Before buying these new mice, I was running the Logitech G305 and the G602, which both are and still remain fantastic mice with high durability and overall great value. So let's begin this video by looking into the unboxing process. The packaging of both variants are awesome. If you're into cubing, the boxes are very similar, and more ironically is that the dongle for the regular Beast X is shaped like a 2x2. Anyways, the content of the regular model is the mouse itself, the dongle or receiver, a USB-C cable, a user manual, and a neat pouch that contains two pairs of skates, one PTFE and one glass, along with side grip tape. The mouse itself comes with dot skates that I replaced with the PTFE skates. I got the black and gold design for my Beast X, and I have to say, this is a very unique and beautiful mouse to look at. Now for the Beast X Mini, I got the orange color, and similar to the regular model, the box contains everything that I previously mentioned, but the dongle is vastly different as it's a cat with no screen or RGB lighting. No matter what your opinion is, the dongle is significantly smaller and will save space on your table, so if that's a concern, you should definitely look into this option. The mouse itself looks awesome, on par with its bigger counterpart. The skates come in a cool WLMouse branded envelope, and you also get stickers with it. Lastly, the Mini comes with a carrying pouch that the regular does not include. Both mice contain one USB-C port for recharging, and here's a comparison between them and the Logitech G305. And from my previous experience with the G305, I will say that the mouse scroll was far more stiff than what you might be used to, so that's something to keep in mind. The most defining feature of the Beast X, however, is its weight, and when I first picked this mouse up, it really felt like I was holding nothing. Weighing in only at 40 grams for the regular and 35 grams for the Mini, these mice easily define what it means to be a lightweight mouse. Compared to the G305 and especially the G602, the weight plays a huge role in forcing your hands to adjust your grip and how you swing the mouse when moving your cursor across the screen. One concern that I saw many talk about was the short battery life, and while I haven't owned the mouse for as long as some others, the batteries in my mice probably aren't worn down as some other people's. But for my experience, I only have to charge my mouse every 5 to 6 days, and the charging sessions aren't particularly very long, with only 30 minutes being plenty enough to bump the battery from critically low to usable for about a day or so. On the topic of charging the mouse, you can also use it while plugged in too. Another feature that I greatly appreciate is that there is an automatic time off feature that, if the mouse is left inactive, it will enter a standby mode, which will help save battery. The build of this mouse is solid, and when I first heard about magnesium mice, I thought the finish would be something of a metallic nature, but it actually feels just like any other mouse, and I don't mean that as a bad thing, because if you're one of those people who find themselves gripping the mouse when you're using it, you're going to be fine with how this mouse is because it's built excellently. There's little to no flex when holding the mouse. The clicks of the mouse from both primary mouse buttons, side buttons, and middle mouse are actually not as loud as I thought they would be, especially when compared to the G305 and G602. The regular Beast X uses the Omron optical switches for the left and right buttons, while the Mini uses Omron micro switches. A slight difference, but definitely not a deal breaker by any means. When I use the mouse, I typically find myself using a palm grip over any other style, and I have yet to experience any hand or wrist fatigue. I would say that the size of both mice are going to be fine unless you have the hands of a giant. Both mice run a PixArt PAL 3395 sensor, and the accuracy is great. You can even push the polling rate up to 4000 Hz for maximum accuracy, but you do trade battery life for the accuracy, so do keep that in mind. Likewise, both mice use a TTC encoder for the middle mouse, and based on everything that I've read about it, the quality should hold up for quite a while. This was actually the original reason I ended up switching from my Logitech mice, was because their scroll wheels just simply no longer work properly, probably due to the nearly 10 years of non-stop use. Lastly, I want to talk about the software that you should definitely get in order to properly set up your mouse and keep up with any firmware updates that might be released. Now, I want to say that because WLMouse is relatively new to the market, and getting the software was quite weird. Basically, you would go onto their website and you would find this software download link, which would lead you to a Google download, and from there you download the software. But as I'm recording this, I just took a look over at their website and realized that their whole website appears to be undergoing a revamp, so it probably won't be like this in the future. Back to the software, it's here where you can modify the polling rate, what the buttons do, and if you have the regular model, customize your receiver, from placing an image onto the screen, or if you're dedicated enough, a GIF. I also find their quote, "In me, the tiger sniffs the rose," to be a very interesting choice for their brand. Not sure why, I just do. Needless to say, the WLMouse Beast X is a very popular mouse, which would explain why, at the time that I took a look through their website, there are no standard-sized Beast X available for sale. Only the minis were in stock when I took this screenshot a few weeks ago. Even more interesting now, on April 17th, an announcement just came out that the Beast X Max is taking pre-orders tomorrow. Based on the information they released, the Max model is an upgrade in all aspects compared to the regular and mini version, with the 3950 sensor allowing up to 8000 Hz polling rate and a bigger size, all while only weighing in at 42 grams. So as you can see, I've thoroughly enjoyed using both models of the Beast X, and with the size being the primary difference, I didn't find myself preferring either mouse's switch, as I thought both were perfect. The designs of both mice are very pleasing to look at, and they fit in well virtually anywhere where you can imagine using them. It's overall a fantastic mouse, but one major setback that many people in the market for a new mouse, and owners, including I, have noted was the high price tag that these mice have. It's very difficult to justify a mouse for over $100 if it's poor quality, but for what you get with the Beast X, I would say it is very well worth it. Now it's time to ask you, do you own or plan to get your own Beast X? What features are reasons that you would want one? And if you do own one, what are some aspects that you think could be improved on? Thanks for stopping by and watching my review on the WLMouse Beast X. I'm having a great time using these mice, and I think just about anyone else will think the same too. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.